Baba Ganoush. Baba Ganoush. Uh-oh. What did I do? I didn't think this through. I did not think this through. This is me playing Gyarados. Are you joking? You can't even hear it. Are you joking? Can you really not hear it? No way, chef. No way.
You a fucking Pete! No way, chef. Not even close. I've had a cup of coffee in the kitchen.
Last
I'm
time.
not. No way. No way. Where the fuck are you?
This makes me laugh so much. Gyarados. Gyarados.
You've peaked, haven't you? No, no, no. You have peaked, haven't you?
No,
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 no. You
no,
have peaked,
no.
haven't you? No
No
way.
way.
Man, no way. You are fucking Pete! No
No
way,
way,
chef.
chef.
Not even close. I've had a cup of coffee in the kitchen.
He said
I'm
I
not.
had a cup of
No way.
coffee.
No way. Where the fuck are you?
No way. Is it really laggy or what? This should be working. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. A little bit of in my life. A little bit of masquerade. That's right. It's me, the captain. The captain. Captain Sunny, baby. I don't actually know who I want to play, so maybe we will just favor Gyarados. I might have to use Gyarados when I play through Johto, bro. I might have to get a Gyarados. Oh, right. You feel me? Here we are, sailing the seas. Um, I think I want to listen to The Senseless Cycle of SSS Sniper Wolf. YouTube sunk cost something. I think I'm taxing my computer too hard. Let me cut some of this. Ish.
The gaming community. It was fun for its time, but it definitely had a specific audience.
Attention. The following video is going to totally kick ass. If you enjoy any of it and or have a large penis, please click the like button below.
In the early 2010s in particular, gaming was a community run primarily by males and enjoyed primarily by males. This didn't mean
I'm
there
also
weren't
taxing
exceptions to
my
this rule.
little
Of course there
internet.
were, but if you go back, you'll see a landscape clearly edged out by a certain type of creator. The loud, brash, at least slightly offensive one who represented a laddish sort of humor. Hell, it's the content I watched at the time, and it definitely rubbed off on me a little.
Actually,
Being
let's
a
just
gamer
play
came with a fair few stereotypes back then,
a little
particularly
bit of
regarding the
Vino.
view of women in video gaming as a whole. It was true they their nice, attractive, seductive female characters, but many certainly didn't want to be killed in a game by one.
Oh, you dirty little.
It's heart attack. Why are you fucking camping, you stupid dirty whore?
SS Sniper Wolf positioned herself interestingly within
Uh-oh, they got the EVs.
within this conversation, originally calling herself Sexy Sniper and creating content that many report to be interesting. After research, I too can confirm that this content was interesting. Some of it clearly designed to prey on certain young lads and their developing senses, but also with its somewhat surreal moments.
Oh, hello there, construction workers.
What is she doing? What, what is she doing? What the hell?
Oh no, I'm an alien. Look, I'm an alien. Hello, Crumpet Fenty.
However, not too soon after, she started a new channel, rebranded a little and readjusted the focus of her content. It's still quite
Got
obvious
it.
she knew who she wanted to appeal to, but she also presented herself as quite a passionate female gamer in a male-dominated industry, who certainly wasn't afraid to ruin a noob's life. And to her credit, she didn't do this job too badly, at least in the content that she broadcast. She'd regularly upload videos documenting incredibly high score streaks, and sometimes even the reactions to these. Particularly when the guys were not amused that they had been killed by, dare I say it, female.
Look at this stupid girl. I hate you. I was just there, bro.
Am I gonna be in the next Rage video? I want to be in a Rage.
He got him. That's huge. He got the jungle. That's huge. Oh,
This
it's
is
not
allowed
gonna
content to
activate
be
unless I do
created for the
this, I
lads who
think.
may have found her presentation appealing, but
There we
also
go.
to the females out there who cared less about presentation and more about representation.
Maybe.
Although she
I
never
don't know.
appealed to me for reasons that I couldn't possibly speculate over,
I don't
she cast a
know.
broad net for an audience who were receptive to her content.
Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm
Got
bringing you
him.
another 100 plus gameplay, and it's 111 to 4, kill confirmed on Turbine. And the score streaks I'm using are Escort Drone, Lodestar, and VTOL Warship. I think this is a really good setup if you want to take over the airspace.
In these gaming days, SS Sniper possessed a commentary style that was different to a lot of creators at that time. Although she would regularly post flashily edited montages and gameplay that was in keeping with the community's aesthetic, most of her commentary would be rehearsed and released alongside the in-game performances separately, rather than
Oh,
providing
boy.
for any live reaction. This
A
gave her
little
the
bit of
opportunity to
post
talk about
commentary.
whatever interested her at the time. Sometimes these would include tips and tricks, but many of these subjects were not actually gaming related, sometimes only being mentioned in the introduction.
Aside from like COD and Metal Gear Rising and stuff, I don't know, my life is pretty boring, especially now. Like, I just go to school, come home, and play, and eat and sleep, and I guess that's so interesting. I guess you guys just want to hear me talk about this for like 8, 9, 10 minutes.
However, if she did discuss topics, these could entail her weekend plans, story times, and Q&As. My god, she did love her Q&As. Yet why not, I suppose? If people were interested in her and she'd like to talk about herself, then
I
why
feel like
shouldn't
that's
she
just
be
a
able to?
woman
It's hard
thing,
to say
though.
you learn too much about Snipewolf personally from these videos, but they typically were shone in a girl next door light, who was just out here living her life and gaming a little as well. Nevertheless, there was definitely more beneath the surface, and in certain videos you would be privy to this.
A couple of you guys have been asking me about this
Help
topic
me.
ever since I
Somebody
mentioned
help
it
me.
in a previous
Somebody
video.
help me.
So guess what I'm gonna do?
Help
I'm
me.
gonna tell you guys all about some of the
Somebody
fights I've been in.
help me.
And by fights, I don't mean like keyboard warrior,
Hello?
screen-to-screen combat. I'm talking about like fist fights, pushing and shoving, pulling of hair. You guys think I'm kidding? I'm serious.
First and foremost, although she was an avowed gamer, Leah was also a businesswoman, having worked on her own business since the age of 14. When she started YouTube, she already had a budding career in the reselling enterprise and bragged about paying
Wow.
taxes on her earnings before she'd even
That shit
blown up
talking about
on this
all I do
platform.
is
This business approach is
all I
almost
do is
reflected
eat
in
and
her
sleep.
gameplay. Although
That's what she
her
said.
content
All I
on
do is
YouTube
eat and
was extremely
sleep.
impressive, she never garnered too much clout as a gamer
And
with
play
any
video
particular
games
player
all
or
day.
clash, because you always seemed preoccupied with the numbers. Those 100 plus games, which often exploited certain score streaks that would send someone up the scoreboard, weren't ever that pleasing on the eye because they were created for maximum efficiency. Although she appeared to be an excellent markswoman, it takes more than that to create captivating gameplay. Even back then, content often worked with the commentary or other people's reactions to her performances. Second, and still quite foremost, in spite of the sometimes light-hearted nature of content, Leah was certainly a character.
What's the most badass thing you've ever done in your life? Ooh, I got away from 5 cop cars that were chasing me. That's definitely
Come
awesome.
on.
And after they caught me, because I turned myself in, but they actually complimented me. They're like, you almost ran me over, but your driving was awesome. You're like badass and stuff.
This is a lie.
This was
That
certainly
whole
an interesting
story is a
detail to
lie.
reveal in a Q&A. I'm sure many wondered at the time what led her to being chased by 5 police cars in the first place. However, the information itself and her indifference towards it would certainly raise a
That
few
don't even
eyebrows.
sound
By now it
real.
begins to
That
dawn
don't
on you
even
that
sound
Sniper Wolf
true.
was an early
Well, if
user
I was in
example
middle
of what
school, I
one
might
might
believe it.
describe as a girl boss, typically using the constructs that were in place to leverage her own success, but doing it for the
Damn it,
girls. In the
bro.
Q&A, she says that her favorite film is Sucker Punch, which makes too much sense. Now, it's not new that a girl boss figure is contentious among people, maybe for different reasons today, but back then, she still received hate and criticism, especially just being a female gamer who would regularly piss people off. It was even easier than usual to become a public enemy. She was aware of this and made no secret that she was a bit of a hardened person when it came to certain matters, not being afraid to talk about disputes and run-ins she had previously shared with people. And in a way, you had to be at the time because it wasn't that hard to make enemies in that community, something that Sniper Wolf outwardly acknowledged.
But like, I have a lot of psycho haters, and like, they make pages about me, like hating on me all day, which scares me, and it's definitely the worst.
As a gamer girl in a gamer guy's world, SS Sniper Wolf was certainly presenting a new face for the platform. However, it was unclear whether she would be a force for good or not so good at this point. The evidence suggested a persona a bit more troubling.
Wow, what the heck? The editing.
Now, there is a lot of information we can take away from the previous part, but even if you weren't
Like,
familiar
nobody's
with
doing
her in
anything.
person,
I'm not
you could
doing
see
anything
that she was a
either
bit of a
in this game,
provocative
but
figure.
like,
Now,
I don't
there
know.
were many who hated her
I
for
feel like
silly
I
and
can't be the
trivial
lowest
reasons.
level.
I'm sure many
I'm
of them
the
were
lowest
just flat
level.
out sexist at the time. Many unsubstantiated theories flying around about how a female could never rake up scores so impressive. I'm sure it would have been very belittling to deal with. All the same, it wasn't too hard to see how someone like her could land herself in less than favorable interactions with creators and critics alike. The truth was that most people don't end up in the situations that she regularly described on a regular basis.
And some might not have it as bad, but I'm one of those few lucky people who not only has your average trolls or haters, but then I also have the extreme no-life haters. Haters who spend months hoping to try and ruin my life.
I mentioned earlier that although she had a significant amount of followers from within the gaming community, she never possessed too much respect or status. Maybe in part that was due to her gaming style. However, there was definitely another reason, and that reason was drama. From the start, she always had a bit of heat on her, which on the surface she never seemed to want. And like any person who doesn't seem to want drama, the best way to avoid drama is to go on Twitter and talk about it profusely. She regularly expressed annoyance about fake news circulating, people talking, and denying any rumors that were being spread about her. In spite of this outward sentiment, though, I don't think I'm really buying that she didn't like it that much. Hell, one of her first tweets on the platform stated, "I love internet beef. There hasn't been much drama in my life since high school. XD." Now, maybe she changed her mind in the years following, but her behavior said otherwise.
Hey guys, what's up? So today I wanted to do something a little different and talk about Girl Gone Gamer.
With mind to the fact there was a general stigma around certain female gamers and the legitimacy of their performances, SF Sniper Wolf wasn't the only person encountering these accusations. Another large creator at the time, by the name of Girl Gone Gamer, had also experienced these claims as well.
There's no
Answer my
form.
question. Do you have sexy feet? Can I lick your hair? Please, tell everyone. Are you a virgin? Guys, these perverted comments, they're getting pretty bad. And the funny thing is, I get these on every video.
Girl Gone Gamer, also known as Rhea, was a reasonably known name in gaming circles back in the early 2010s. In many ways, she was the predecessor to SS Sniper Wolf, uploading gameplay videos with commentary over them, but also integrating comedy sketches. However, from the start, she was not well received by many viewers. I don't even have to speculate why here, the reasons were just quite plainly stated in the YouTube comments. For the record, this is a clip of the video that these people were commenting on.
Oh, go out and socialize? I'm just really
Dude's on one, dude.
sorry.
Oh, he died.
The zombies ate my brains!
It couldn't be more inoffensive if it tried to be, but of course there was no satisfying some people who were completely convinced that she couldn't possibly be a gamer, whether truthful or not. With
Of course it doesn't work anymore.
To these allegations, challenging Rhea
What's
to
wrong with
1v1,
it?
and being blocked by
What's
Rhea
wrong
at
with
least
it?
twice before she decided to upload her own video
What's
titled
wrong
The
with it?
Truth About Girl Gone Gamer.
What's wrong with it?
And if my subscribers want something to happen,
What's
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
make
it?
it happen for them. And
What's
I
wrong
decided
with
to
it?
make this video today because
Oh,
she actually unfollowed me off Twitter and blocked me because I asked for
what's wrong with it?
1v1 for
I don't
over
know
a
what's
year
wrong
now,
with
I
it.
think. And we used to talk on Skype and Twitter and DM, and she even wanted to
I
do a
should have
dual
did a
commentary
warm-up
with me a
game.
while ago, but never got to it because I guess my channel is too small for her. But why would you just block someone that you followed for a year for asking for a friendly
Hello.
1v1? Like,
Oh, okay.
it doesn't make
Now
any
something.
sense.
Maybe? I don't
Now,
know.
these were some pretty
What's
strong points,
wrong with
especially
it?
within the gaming
Oh,
community. A creator can only be as authentic as
oh,
their gameplay. Surely this would need strong evidence to be backed up. What evidence does Snipe Wolf produce?
oh,
And there have been hundreds of comments on my videos about how she's not the one playing.
oh.
And before you fanboys go crazy and
I'm
attack
pretty
me
sure
left
she
and
wasn't
right,
the one playing, right?
thousands of her subscribers asked her to do a live commentary. And she ended up doing a live commentary finally after like 400k, which me and a lot of people knew obviously was fake. And when you speak into a mic
How
on
about
live, is
truth
it
about
perfectly
Girl Gone
synced?
Gamer?
Or does it stay on longer, come on
She's
at
talking
random
about somebody
moments?
else.
It
I thought she
doesn't
was
stay
talking
on
about herself.
hers was perfectly synced, and I have the same headset as her. And let me tell you, I have done live commentaries, live face cams, and my mic is never perfectly synced.
Technically, I'm a girl, except I have a wiener. So there's that.
I like that in a girl.
No, 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 not in my house.
Man, that's so
In
fake.
her
Yeah,
live
because I
commentary, she
played so
actually
much
muted
Modern
everyone
Warfare 3, dude.
who joined. Well,
With
that's fine.
microphone.
You don't
Never
people
ran
think
into a
you're weird or
female.
anything when you're doing a live
Never
commentary.
expected to either.
Or because she actually didn't do the
Hello.
commentary, she did it after when
Hello.
someone else gave her the gameplay.
Z ha ha ha.
Okay, here's that one
It's
guy
not
wanna
working.
try to romance the girl and get her as a
Okay,
friend.
Rico Suave, I see you. I see you, Rico Suave.
It's not working. I messed
The
up.
gaming equivalent of someone saying, "Trust me."
Hello.
If anything, claims that were provably false.
Hello.
The video consisted of Snipe Wolf seeming extremely irked about the fact that GGG had turned down a
Hello.
1v1 and that she had cut off all communications with Snipe Wolf after 1 year of being on very, very friendly terms, and even wanting a collaboration. We have to remember that this isn't the commentary of content. Creators didn't come to videos stacked with receipts. But even with that said, all of what Snipe Wolf says in this video is total speculation, and attacking a creator for not doing something. A creator who, need I remind you, at the time had hundreds of thousands more subscribers than Snipe Wolf. However, even though she presented no evidence, people's minds were already made up. After all, many doubted GGG's credentials from the start, whether it was based upon anything material or not, despite the fact that SS Snipe Wolf had an identical start to her.
Look at this guy!
We lost that round. Refocus and step
We
up.
lost, okay.
By now, it should be clear that SS Sniper wasn't really someone just in this for the funsies. And although
Black
she claimed to
Ops
be thoroughly
2.
against drama, she seemed to constantly find it around every corner, even enjoying it a little, I dare say. The drama, like all drama, erupted at the time, and Girl Gone Gamer used it and all accompanying harassment to take her leave from a community that had constantly outcast her, rebranding in the months after. This left the door wide open for Snipe Wolf to fill her shoes and inevitably claim some of her subscribers. How curious. I think what I find most interesting about this situation in particular is that even if they did play 1v1, it still wouldn't have been that hard to fake if they wanted to. The fact that Rhea turned it down was only really evidence that she didn't want to give SS Snipe Wolf any coverage. And neither did a lot of people.
So this will probably be my last video about GGG. You guys are right. Why should I
GGG
care if someone has
versus
hundreds of
SSS.
thousands of subscribers? It's none of my business. I should just focus on myself, and I will.
Yes, soon our sexy sniper would find out that you don't really need to be liked to be known. And in the coming years, SS Snipe Wolf was going to become one of the prime examples of that axiom. I hope that many of you can see now that even when she was in the gaming community, SS Snipe Wolf didn't really position herself like many gamers. Really, she was a gamer who utilized aspects of commentary to substantiate her uploads. This made her quite versatile as a creator, moving from subject to subject, even if that was drama related. And in a sense, her reputation often reflected that.
Said, don't worry, I have a lot of money in the bank. He said he found my teddy bears. He said he has a gun in the fridge. He said it can pack a punch twice. He said he wanted to play with my jugs. He told me how I need a little revival.
Syndicate
Although she was vocal on the internet about interacting with certain gamers, the reactions from these creators were often lukewarm at best, and her videos and tweets about these creators came across as rather sycophantic, veiled in a rather transparent masquerade of humor. Maybe part of it was because of her gender, but by this point it seemed there was also
Oh my
an agenda.
goodness, we're
What
getting
could it have been?
bullied.
Well, if we had to take a more cynical standpoint, it's that SS Snipewolf's persona didn't just come across
I
as
miss.
sycophantic at times, it just was. And that between the friendliness towards some creators and the
We are
hostility
getting
towards others,
bullied.
there was an agenda to ascend the YouTube ladder, regardless of what genre she used to do it. Eventually, as her channel continued to grow, other creators did begin to actually take notice, and
We
she
were
did
getting,
acquire
we're
collaborations
still
with
getting
a variety
bullied.
of
I don't know
prominent
why he's
names in
over
the
there.
gaming community. By this point, however, she was gravitating away from gaming content, at least on her main channel. Back when it was popular, it was obviously the most profitable route to stardom, especially when you're good at the games. But as interest in general shifted away, at least in the domains she specialized in, as a numbers-focused businesswoman, she began to try out a variety of different avenues. It wasn't exactly a difficult transition
I got
to a
them
dear
all.
Snipewolf here, who had always had a penchant for
I got
not
them
necessarily
all.
placing too much emphasis on the gaming itself. But as she ventured through the genres of commentary, vlogging, story times, challenges, and even behind-the-scenes content, it was unsure what she was going to settle on. One thing that didn't change, though, was the fact that she was never too far from the drama.
I usually don't give into drama and I ignore it, but when my whole feed is blowing up with people accusing me of stuff and lies being spread about me, of course I have to address it.
By now, SS Snipewolf was already becoming a somewhat contentious figure just out of virtue of being a large creator who doesn't really make the most insightful content. At that sort of relevance, you're always going to have people who don't like you. In spite of this, though, there was a growing resistance to her, the vapidness of the content that she produced, and the fact that she seemingly wasn't the most receptive to said criticism, especially back in the days where many copyright claims and takedowns were
Oh,
pretty
these
fine
guys
for
are getting
small
worked.
creators. She also called on her fans a couple times to flag negative content that in her eyes was spreading lies, using the hashtag Wolfpack to emphasize the loyalty that would be on demonstration if they took action against such hateful videos.
E-girl Daisy Mitchell called out another e-girl known as Sniper Wolf, saying laughing my ass off. You
Called
have
out
no
another
life.
e-girl.
How
I
is
love how
this
just being a
copyright?
girl on
In
the internet
no
makes you
way
a girl.
are you involved in my video, claiming that Sniper Wolf flagged her video for copyright.
Most of these seem to surround their coverage of her former channel, many of whose videos are now excluded from the Wayback Machine, as she either felt the content was embarrassing or incriminating. There were also internet sleuths who dug up a lot of pretty strong circumstantial evidence surrounding allegations that she took her gameplay from her boyfriend Evan. Another claim that she often went out of her way to silence, which in turn drew more attention.
People's videos on small channels, and over here it says Leah Valentine. It is her channel. I found a video of her in the Comic-Con, and of course it's her. So here, watch this video. I'm just going to show some clips, and I'm going to put the description in
I can't tell
the
if these are bots or not,
description
dude.
below.
They were
Responses to
teaming.
these allegations were
They were
conflicted. On
four-manning
July
me,
2nd,
dude.
2016,
I
Leah
cannot
tweets,
tell if these
"I'm
are
a child
bots.
that creates content, not drama. I'm not going to involve myself in any." In spite of this, one of her favorite words to use on Twitter is hater, especially when she wants to talk about other people talking about her. Her response to the claims that she was manipulative and took advantage of YouTube's system for her own gain was to dismiss them as claims made by people who'd already made their mind up about her. So why should she pay any mind to them? Alright then, what you say on Twitter isn't necessarily reflective of what you say on your YouTube channel though, so we'd have to head over there to see what she was saying on that platform. With the criticism still being maintained against her with little signs subsiding, it may surprise you that someone so drama-averse would take
Oh
to
my
their YouTube
God.
channel just over a month after their aforementioned tweet talking about how she didn't do drama and create a video
Oh my
titled,
God.
"My
No!
Biggest Hater."
SS Sniper Wolf, aka Sexy Sniper, or whatever the hell she wants to call herself, has censored one of my videos. She has filed a false DMCA against my video, which was criticizing her video, Facebook Creepers.
This is Enigma Hood. He was one of the vocal, quote, haters of SS Snipewolf back in 2016, and made a fair few videos on
An
her
OG.
prior. None of these videos did incredible numbers, and most of them had a pretty sardonic tinge to their commentary. In January 2016, he uploaded a video called Enigma Hood Interviews SS Snipewolf, in which he intersperses a video of hers with his own to create a rather different narrative. In this video, he questions why SS Snipewolf had filed a false DMCA claim on his video, using a clip of one of her previous justifications.
Why did you file a false DMCA takedown notice against my videos?
I really don't like people using my content without permission, especially if it's in a negative way, but if it's in a positive way and you ask me first, it's fine, go for it.
Well, see, in America, that's not how it works.
Response to this was minimal at first, as the guy is not a large creator. However, in August, SS Sniper will decide to react to this video herself, which of course she is completely within her rights to, though there were a couple of interesting details.
I heard you dropped out of school.
What is he
Did
doing?
you even bother to take the SAT exams?
Dude, I hate people like this that are like, oh, you have to go to school to be successful. You're giving me shit for dropping out of school. I did 2 years of college, by the way, and I dropped out because I was making more money than I would if I graduated.
The first being that she actually cuts out the part of the video where Enigma Hood talks about copyright, obviously insecure about the image that could be portrayed there, and instead inserts her own narrative about how he just re-uploaded her video, something that is obviously not true. Additionally, at the start of the video, she falsely claims that he's a registered sex offender. Wait, what?
A couple of years ago, he re-uploaded one of my videos, and you can't just take somebody else's content and re-upload it and monetize it. So I filed the copyright claim with YouTube trying to take it down. And in the copyright process, I got his real name, and of course, I Googled his name, and it turns out he
And of course I Googled his name.
Yes, you heard that correct. She really just goes right ahead and says that shit with her chest. And of course, when
She
someone
said,
says
of course I
something with that
Googled
much
his name.
confidence to their fans, most of them are not going to fact check. Those that did and called her out for it didn't receive much traffic, and SS Snifle wasn't going to pay them much mind, once again dismissing anyone who did so as haters. In fact, declaring that her video was so successful that she was going to make plenty more. It's borderline satire in its villainy. In the comment section, she remarked that she would never lie about such information, and when she checked 2 or 3 years ago, it was there. It must have been removed since. With this in mind, he would never sue her. He would never take legal action. So Enigma Hood filed a lawsuit against Snipewolf, her husband, and Google, alleging defamation causing monetary and mental harm. It's a pretty valid claim, all things considered, and was definitely worth being heard at least, but the case was dismissed as the New Jersey court ruled they did not have valid jurisdiction over Leah and her husband, who resided in Arizona. It seems that this time SS Snipewolf had dodged a bullet, and her signs as a creator on YouTube meant there would need to be a much more significant campaign mounted to bring attention to this, which simply did not occur. However, it was indicative of the lengths that SS Snifewolf would go to maintain her public image. If she would flagrantly slander someone like that, what else was she capable of?
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
Let's get ready for the fight, boys. What are they doing?
In her first few years, it was clear that SS Snifewolf was not the most receptive to criticism. There was more than enough evidence to suggest that she had gone out of her way to silence those who attacked her or mocked her, but as long as these were small creators, there wasn't really much they could do in the grand scheme of things, particularly when there was very little legal recourse available.
I messed up. I messed up.
Shoulders with the stars,
I
many of
messed
whom with
up.
fan bases of their own. She held control of the narrative, and in the following months, she would release many more hater videos, which often included rather extreme and unfunny comments rather than any actual criticism. It seems that Leah wanted to strawman the image of her critics and conflate them with people who were just blindly hating, allowing her to project an image to her audience that she had been unfairly attacked in the past by these people, no matter what she did. And of course, while she possessed
Did I get the
millions of
Pikachu?
subscribers and many of her haters didn't, this was
No.
extremely effective.
Where do you
And like
go?
all large
He
content
base?
creators, she continued to reap the benefits of
I
her
messed
success.
up. I
In this
could have
time,
took
she
that.
secured
I didn't
collaborations
mean
with
to. I
independent
meant to
creators
just
and gaming
ult,
communities,
and I
with
used the
synergy appearing
fuck you
to be the
too.
main goal. By mid-2017, she had nearly fully pivoted to reaction content, with many of her videos accruing 8-figure view counts. Really, all she had to do was stay in the good books of people who mattered, and it really didn't matter how she treated anyone else in her mind.
Oh my god, I'm in a phase lobby! I'm in a phase lobby!
Oh my god.
Trick shot lobby!
A few collaborators of hers were members of the FaZe clan, a name familiar to any seasoned gamer. They were a game clan with a more defined celebrity status, with a plethora of individual members possessing large follower accounts of their own. They obviously possessed something that many gamers, SS Snipewolf included, would aspire for, and therefore it only made sense that there were a few
Oh my
crossover
God.
episodes. However, as with any good crossover episode, there needs to be a little conflict.
Sensor got it. Sensor got the defuse
Oh my
there.
god, I didn't think he
Sensor
got
got
it.
the defuse.
Wow.
What a play from Sensor. Petey gets the kill, but it's a second late, and that gets Doug fired up.
This is FaZe Sensor, also known as just Sensor. He's a content creator and former professional esports player, and like a few members of
I'm a
FaZe
beast.
back in the day, he collaborated with the
I'm a
up-and-coming
beast.
Snipewolf in a 2015 Would You Rather video,
I'm
where
a
they are both
beast.
seated on what I assume to be a hotel sofa after a day at the annual Call of Duty
Hello.
Championships. In this
Oh,
video, Snipewolf triumphantly
hey-oh.
announces that she is going
We
to
got
be a FaZe
movement.
soon, which seems like a joke at first,
Did
but
we
is
get some
taken increasingly
movement?
seriously as the conversation proceeds.
I don't know.
And I'm in phase 2.
FaZe Sniper Wolf.
Yeah, I just joined phase, by the way. A lot of you guys are asking me
Oh,
about
did you
phase.
really?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't know.
Kind of.
Wait, is it announced as official?
Not official. I think Bank still has to, like, get me in.
But by By the time this video is up, it's gonna be official.
Yeah, it should be.
Give her a round of applause, guys.
She just needs approval from one person, it seems, FaZe Banks. And of course, he'd have no reason to block the ascendancy of one of the most prominent female gamers on the platform, would he? So it may have come as a surprise to some that in the following months, the news that SS Nightwolf had been admitted was not published. A month or so after, she put out a tweet claiming that false narratives were going around that
Let's
she had
keep
sent
going.
news to join FaZe and Optic, another popular gaming clan. It's a very strange rumor, given that by this point she had not joined either, so why would people be claiming that in the first place? But I digress. All this seems fairly inconsequential until we reach 2017. Again, the drama averse SS Nightwolf, known for never causing any friction, decides it's a great idea on livestream to flame FaZe Banks' then girlfriend, Alyssa Violet.
What's your name, Alyssa? Yo, it's like, if you're not, like, he's boosting her, like, on YouTube. Like, just putting her in everything. I know, he better, no, but she's, I think she's dating his friend. Yeah, her roommate. She's just like, I'm gonna just fuck everybody to get a free room.
Oh my god.
This is why I hate girls.
This is why I hate girls.
Everyone a hoe.
Now look, it's a live stream, not a video, and people say all sorts of stupid shit when they're live. So I don't want to spend too long on this because it's just a painfully poorly informed comment that reeks of prejudice that seems rooted in something else altogether. What could that
Let's
be?
play some
I don't know,
toys.
but other people had their theories. FaZe Banks caught wind of her comments and didn't take them particularly well, to be honest, sharing some pretty strong words of his own towards her and posting his own DMs of their interactions. Honestly, this doesn't really prove much and just seems a bit quid pro quo when you consider the nature of these messages. But somewhere in between these tweets, there was one tweet that began a chain of events, where Banks tags another one of their creators, Censor, and asks about the number of times that Snipewolf had attempted to sleep with him while she had a boyfriend. This was rather sensitive information that probably shouldn't have been published with mind to other parties, but nonetheless, when someone goes low, Snipewolf goes lower. And she took to Twitter to not just message Censor about this matter, but to respond to Censor's girlfriend, Yannick's tweet on the matter claiming that he was actually trying to hook up with her, and again attacking
locked
Yannick's
in now.
appearance. These tweets were so
We
excellent
are
that
locked
Snipewolf
in.
decided to make them limited
Now, as
edition,
soon as I get
deleting them
the
pretty promptly. But the
microphone
damage
to
was
work
done.
with the
The gauntlet had
PNG
been laid
guy,
down, and Censor obviously had
I'll
to
be
contest
good.
his claims, showing messages he'd exchanged during the situation.
She
Right?
starts messaging me on Twitter, okay? She
Right.
messages me and goes, hey, are you going to admit that we've never done anything? Then I responded saying, you did text me and told me you think I'm cute and you would want to talk to me if you weren't in a relationship. But that's not my business. I'm not going to defend or attack you because I'm not interested in making people
Oh,
look good.
fuck.
I said, you called me crying and said Sausage, which is her boyfriend, has some dirt on you. And I said, listen,
Sausage.
I don't want to get involved in your situation. It doesn't matter to me. She responds with, I never called you. You just made this shit up. I know why you made this up, and this is what gets me really, really mad here. You lied and told the guys you were gonna get it or something, LOL. And you're too ashamed to admit you had zero chance with me. This sounds like some like middle school drama right now. Like this.
Damn it.
The messages don't necessarily say too much, with Censor stating one thing and
I'm gonna have to
Snipewolf
go the
denying
other way.
it. Though I would add that this is already a contradiction on Snipewolf's end, who, despite saying that Censor should say that nothing had happened to DMs, had claimed publicly that Censor had come onto her. Censor seems genuinely bemused in the video and overall does a pretty good job of conveying his thoughts, while also presenting some evidence of his own.
On May 18th, 2015 at 10:23 p.m., she texted me saying, hi, you're cute. Never secrets, flirted, slept with any guy but my man. Wait, do people really think I tried getting with anyone from FaZe? Other way around, kids. The next text she sent me was, would talk to you more if I wasn't in an abusive relationship I can't get out of. Leah, don't question my integrity. Don't make up false lies and try to say things that aren't true.
And no offend me never.
And don't talk shit about my girlfriend. Because this is what happens when you do that.
The evidence presented would indeed suggest that Banks was correct in his original claim. Even if it shouldn't have been made public, Censor seemed to handle the situation with a degree of dignity and shows that Snipewolf had not been entirely honest. One can't help but feel this was an avoidable
I'm doing this
situation, given
backwards.
that it
I'm
was
not
rooted
locked
in
in.
a stream clip that didn't even touch a minute, but
Usually
SS
I'm
Snipewolf had
maximizing my
proved
hydro
again that
pump,
if
so I'm
anyone
not
had a
doing that.
penchant for escalating things, it was her. The person who just wanted to game and avoid all this unnecessary drama. Unlike prior content, these were established creators she was clashing heads with though, and were no longer individuals who could be dismissed as mere haters. But if she couldn't exaggerate and strawman their perspective, well, how would she respond?
He got the Gyarados. What?
So far, we've established that SS Knifewolf has three pretty common routes to handling drama. There's a first, which is where she files a copyright takedown notice on content in an attempt to keep these people quiet. There's a second where she dismisses them as haters. And that's kind of followed by the third, where
I
she
miss.
misrepresents the criticism against her as being blind hate, particularly blind hate motivated by her gender. I'm not prepared to ignore the fact that there were probably a lot of people who did genuinely despise her from her gender alone, but by now this defense was seeming a little flaccid. None of these responses really work in the situation we're currently talking about. She couldn't ignore it, she couldn't silence a large creator, and although I guess she could misrepresent them, and she definitely tried, it seemed it wasn't working. So on July the 26th, barely a couple days after this situation transpired, she released a statement on Twitter, and what? Okay, so a drunk guy collaborated with a drama channel to make a variety of false claims on Snipewolf, including many of the ones we've spoken about prior. I'm not exactly sure what relevance his intoxication in this case plays, unless he was perpetually drunk. Anyhow, she just drops the truth bomb that she's disproved all of this at some point. Good for her, I guess. And yet, nevertheless, the drama channel persisted and has disseminated these rumors baselessly until they've become accepted by certain circles. Now they're seizing this drama, which is also fabricated, fake conversations, fake texts, fake news, to try and take her down once more. She has been working hard all these years, trying to stay out of drama, and these people just continue to attack her and make her life miserable. But unfortunately, FaZe Banks and Censor, who both made advances to her that she rejected because she is a person with standards and now out for blood, all because she made some offhand comment on a private stream with 200 to 300 viewers like all private streams. Yet in spite of all this, she has pressed on. She has hustled from a young age, worked hard, carved out her space in this landscape, and she will continue to do so as long as she can make good content and make people happy. This is the same narrative that she used when she was being criticized in
I didn't know
2015,
Gyarados was
back
up
then
there.
she overtly names the drama
They got a
channel
pad, huh?
Armor Alert. So it seems that this has been an orchestrated, repeated attack on Snipewolf's integrity.
And then he was drunk tweeting a ton of shit about me and then made up this whole story on Drama Alert how we used to hook up and how he would even fly to my state and I would cheat on my boyfriend with him and how we have a sex tape. And he said, I don't get my gameplays.
It really does bring a tear to your eye. Anyhow, Censor uploaded
What are we talking
taking
about?
his entire PC to the Verizon store to prove the texts weren't fake.
I really don't know what else I can do to show that this is a real text message. I mean, we're not cutting this at all. I'm moving my fingers around, and you guys could tell there's people talking in the background. I'm not editing anything. I'm even going to show you that I can't edit these text messages and why I would even save these text messages for this situation. It just so happens that I backed up my phone when I had these text messages from her in the past. So here you guys go. This is the same exact text message. May 11th, 2015 at 12:48 a.m. Sounds good. This was a week before, May 18th.
Oh, why did he get it? Why did he score first?
More if I wasn't in an abusive relationship I can't get out of. So when I saw abusive relationship, I thought this was a serious problem. I instantly said, after I scrimmed with my team, call me. And we talked on the phone and she cried to me. As you guys could tell, I can't change anything in this system. I can't do anything at all. I could even show you my other text messages with other people. But I'm going to show you guys again that this is her.
1 second.
Why did he score first?
She said, so
If he wanted to get the
in New York at the end of month. This is in April. This also
like,
shows
and then he just the CGI just let it crash. He's I'm not gonna die for this.
Saying that she was gonna do a shoot with Gamma at the end of the month when she texted him in DMs.
I mean, look, Snipewolf achieved something in turning an avowed anti-drama gaming creator into a committed hater to the point where he hauls his full PC out to a store.
I got an ult, bro. I should have been in the fights.
No matter how trivial it is in the grand scheme of things, then he does a pretty good job of doing so. Of course, Leah's response is to go back to Stonewall denying everything, claiming that it would actually take months to verify such text, and she had spoken to a lawyer to verify this all. Of course, again, we're not provided with any evidence substantiating this, but hey, this doesn't mean she's lying. It's just very hard to verify anything she's actually claiming, especially when other parties are prepared to go to such lengths to prove their own point. I'll add that this doesn't stop Leah and Evan, who proceeded to try anything to solicit an apology, which included threatening a lawsuit of their own against Censor, one that would just go away if he said sorry. The best lawsuits, really.
Lawsuits are hell. Nothing but stress and waste of time and money. They're constant reminders of something bad. It'd literally be one court day a month for months, 1 to 2 years. I'm not even part of the lawsuit, but I don't want to live through this, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. It's literally ending it in 1 to 2 weeks and carrying on with our lives, or we drag it on and go through hell for who knows how long before we're able to move on. Sue me and go through hell with me, because I'm gonna go all the way to the grave to show everyone in the world that you are a liar and that you need to own up to your mistakes. This is a perfect opportunity for you to come out and apologize, because if you want trouble, you're asking the wrong guy. I will put you through trouble, and I will prove that you are wrong.
However, she did 180 on one matter, that being her Alyssa Violet comments. She offers an apology over Twitter, which probably would have resolved this all much more quickly if it had been her first decision. Alas, by now, it was a bit too little too late, and Censor had already began uploading his video. Another classic items were being posted by people who were not prepared to accept her apology, including this one by Banks, which supposedly shows her being fairly judgmental to a variety of other females. It's really hard for me to say why this all occurred in the first place, as Leah said herself she was having
I'm just
one of her most
distracting them so
successful
my
months
team
on
can do
YouTube,
something.
and her new pivot to reaction content was serving her very well. If she just
No!
ignored the tweets, they probably would have gone
I was
away.
just
Yet the
distracting them
woman,
so my
Leah,
team can do
had to
something,
say
bro.
something.
But now,
There
yeah,
were
we're getting
a lot of
pushed
things
by.
like that. I think the problem is with this drama, particularly her longer response, was that maybe you can successfully portray a lone actor as bad faith. The problem is when that list increases, it becomes harder and harder to frame
Where'd
it
the
that way
Gyarados
before
go?
it just sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Oh
and
my
that's what
god.
Sniper Wolf's response felt like. A conspiracy theory designed to desperately put all these pieces of a puzzle together and lump
Why
them
did
in
they
these
put the
large
goal
established
in and then
creators with
score,
far
bro?
smaller ones who they probably have never even heard of in some grand plot to depose her. Depose her from what? People only have so much time in the day. I'm sure the Matrix
I
is
got
more
it!
important
Oh my god!
than this.
There's been multiple allegations against Leah, aka Sniper Wolf, for lying in the past, and it's just been a history with her. And history always repeats itself. And now, not only did she lie about these texts, she lied to me in the private messages in the past. And then after
Phil Humus was right. I was thinking the whole time, I was like, I gotta use my boosted. I gotta use my boosted.
Media lied to us, didn't apologize. And you know, at this point, I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just so disappointed. Like, it's just wrong.
Let's be fair here. I don't think Leah's story is completely fabricated. The drunk guy in reference is former gaming creator Troll Munchies, and the drama channel is Dramalert.
That was
Things
crazy. I
in
took it
which
with
he
my
claims to
boosted.
have had sex with her, and he seems to have struggled with legal
Whoa.
troubles past and present. Although it's hard to trace the interview now, as it was removed in 2017, there is a page saved that confirms this.
That was
Where
crazy.
is the connection to this?
I
They
actually
have
took it
absolutely
with my
no clue why
boosted.
they claim
I was
to
like,
be
I gotta wait with
exclusively
my
when they're not
boosted.
even referred to in the
I
present
gotta.
drama. In
I was like, I
effect,
gotta
the
time it with my
prejudices that
boosted.
existed
Did I
against
get it?
Sniper seem more born out of timely public sentiment, regardless of whether there was
I
any
can't
basis in his
believe that
opinions or
worked,
criticisms,
bro.
and, dare I say it, hate. Not once does Censor or even Banks in his vocal vitriol state that Sniper Wolf has been faking gameplay. It almost seems like Leah is trying to cover for claims that haven't been made yet. What's also strange is that, to be frank, Leah wasn't even a gaming channel at this point. She typically gamed when she streamed, but that was about it. So all this talk about preserving her
Oh my
gaming image
goodness.
and integrity didn't really reflect the environment she operated in. She didn't possess much respect. And again, what does that have to do with the situation at hand? In
I
many
have no
ways,
idea
the
what's
drama
going on.
left Leah in a far worse place than she was before. It seems that over those past couple years, she'd pissed off a significant proportion.
I didn't get
of the
MVP.
community
I
who
saved
worked
the
with her,
game.
collaborated with her, even looked up to her. Her outburst here just seemed to be a significant self-flagellation for very little gain.
I
Sure,
saved
most
the
people
whole
may
game.
believe her, but they probably would have believed her regardless of what she said. And they probably would have forgotten it as quickly too. All this left behind was a situation that seemed to reveal some of Leah's greatest insecurities about her career and the validity of it all. 5 years
Dang,
into
I'm
her
kind of
career,
nice though.
and SS Snowfall appeared to be experiencing considerable success statistically, more than she had ever experienced before. But on social media and behind the scenes, it didn't all feel like sunshine and rainbows, as she lost the faith of people who had previously worked and socialized with her. However, there was one new friend that she appeared to be making, and that was the big play button upstairs.
What's up, guys? Today we are here at the YouTube space in London.
Maybe we should do
Let's talk
win
about that
streaks. Does that sound fun? Try to get a win streak. I gotta get
Let
one
me
streak
remind
with
you
the
that
boy
we're in the midst of
Gyarados.
2017 now. Remember
Are there no more
2017?
draft games?
Livelihood. Out of our last like 8 videos, we've had only one video that was normally monetized, and the other ones made pretty much nothing.
Yeah, 2017 was the year that YouTube's approach to, well, YouTube changed. No longer
What's
were
happening?
creators left to sort matters amongst themselves,
Who is this guy
especially when
playing?
some of the content created was becoming
Oh yeah,
increasingly
let's just play
controversial.
Gyarados.
where this involved PewDiePie's ill-advised comedy upload or commercials being run on a variety of videos that didn't seem platform appropriate. Media coverage on all this eventually led to what is known as the adpocalypse, and the drama that SS Sniper was involved in the previous parts were buried under the sways of creators attempting to generate revenue for their channel in the ad-hostile climate.
Changing. YouTube did throw it out into the world that videos could now be categorized as sexually suggestive, sensational and shocking, point out that there's profanity and rough language, and they would allow advertisers to opt out of certain tiers of that content.
The apocalypse compelled YouTube to reevaluate their image as a platform and implement more regulations to prevent a repeat of the instance that had occurred over that year. Many of these implementations included tangible policies, such as stricter community guidelines and monetization protocol. However, on a more abstract level, YouTube were under pressure to foster an atmosphere that felt more palatable to the tastes of advertisers and wider audiences alike, which at the time was certainly a challenge.
What does that mean?
Influential creators at this time were highly opinionated, critical, and occasionally quite negative, not to mention the huge amount of political content that held a significant portion of viewership at the time. Most of this was not content that YouTube wanted to promote, especially as a reflection of themselves, and throughout the year it seemed that they were restructuring their algorithm to avoid promoting such content. They wanted to be perceived as the progressive, inclusive, family-friendly platform for all to enjoy. At the same time, they couldn't stop people from being interested in certain genres, and the truth was that at the time, reaction content and commentary took up a reasonable market share. They needed to promote creators who were not going to draw that same level of controversy, and well, there was definitely one person who fit that bill very well. So if not someone like Leafy, who was it?
What's up, guys? Today we are reading texts from parents. If you guys want to see more of these videos, make sure you leave a like.
Oh my god.
Although her public image was under scrutiny on some social media platforms, SF Sniper's channel remained largely unscathed by the situation with censoring banks, only losing a few thousand subscribers at the time, which meant very little to a then 6 million subscriber channel, and she continued to upload on there without any public acknowledgement of the drama that had transpired over the past few days. By this point, Stifle's channel had largely transformed into a reaction content mill that took popular videos and posts from other platforms and provided some additional commentary. Another 2017 event that is
I don't think I
can
can make it.
here is the Hoss vs. Klein lawsuit. It was resolved in August. Although creators came down the side of reaction channel H3H3, it definitely made YouTube more sensitive to these matters. In many ways, it feels like Leah's content could be more on a front to copyright, but it was apparent the real reason that H3H3 was sued was because Hoss was upset about character inferences Ethan made in his content that specifically targeted him. SS Knifewolf would seldom ever do that, moving from video to video very quickly, and certainly not giving any of these people any attention, and therefore it made her content even easier to promote.
Y'all, are you single? No, I'm plural. I meant, are you free this Friday? No, I'm expensive. Are you free this Friday? I'm expensive. Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were a hooker.
This content was, in my opinion at least, as bland as it came, but
I
it was
actually
also
got out of
largely
that.
inoffensive, and in a time where offensive content was the talk of the town, SF Snipewolf's videos
I actually got out of that. I had to sacrifice my own goals, but
cozying up Snipewolf in the past year or so, sending her a couple gifts, including a very cute yearbook and a hoodie in the midst of the PewDiePie scandal. They also invited her to the YouTube space in London before giving her a tour. It wasn't hard to see why conceptually they'd like her. She had a diverse background, a presentable format, and videos that didn't seem to possess a personality that would provoke strong reactions or irrational behavior. Very few people were going to watch
are you
Snipewolf
joking?
video, particularly in her current era, and be upset by it. All in all, it was a marketable.
To tell you the truth, I
The
couldn't see
dramas
them. I didn't
focused
really
on
know
how
where
much
they
she
were.
really fit YouTube's mold as an unproblematic queen at that point. However, given that YouTube were having a far worse year than her, it only seemed to serve as further reason why her content was needed. And after a couple months of slower growth, in October 2017, her channel began to seriously pick up again. And it seemed YouTube were pretty pleased with this as well. First recognized her input by featuring her in the 2017 Rewind, a video which, despite being rather clunky and bloated, was again an appeal to the good-natured aspect of creativity and the accessibility for all. Example appearance was rather brief, but in a video around that time she contested that she was meant to have a more prominent role but couldn't find time, which, although I take with a pinch of salt, still said she was on YouTube's radar.
I like this.
Another thing I wanted to talk about, I've been keeping this secret for a very long time. I'm in a YouTube Red show that's going to come out very soon, so be excited. I can't talk about it yet.
Not too long after came further collaboration, when she was invited to appear on the YouTube Red series Ultimate Expedition. Now we know that this was in the works from 2017 because she briefly mentions it when talking about Rewind.
I was in the back. I wasn't up front, but I mean, I'm going at my own pace. I'm taking my time, both of us.
This show was released at the start of 2018, where she featured alongside figures such as the UFC fighter Chuck Liddell and notable Jackass
Oh
cast
shit!
member Steve O, with the task of scaling the nearly 20,000-foot tall
I thought that was
mountain
our
Tokelau.
Gardevoir.
I don't think there's anything too notable to
Dang,
add about
we
this
we
other
got
than
2
it once again
Gardevoirs
seemed to represent the strength
and the
of the
Zoroark.
relationship
This is
between
bad
SS
for us,
Nightwolf and
actually.
YouTube. These were not invitations that they just extended to anyone, and ones that they were known to occasionally rescind as well. It all said one thing, that this was a person whose career they wanted to foster. It seems that YouTube's dire straits had caused them to lend their support to channels that on surface seemed harmless in the content creation sphere. With SS Nightwolf, they found someone who was simultaneously harmless but also toxic. Could they send her in the right direction? About that. Did any of you guys know that recently SS Nightwolf has landed herself in a bit of drama? Crazy, right? This is news to me. The recent buzz around SS Nightwolf highlights how media bias can distort our perception of influencers, often overshadowing the full picture. If only you had a way to read all stories at once to gather the full picture. That's where Ground News comes in. This app aggregates from over 50,000 sources worldwide, letting you compare how different news outlets cover the same
Why are
story,
you all
with
the way up
analysis
here?
backed up with ratings from independent sources. And there I was thinking SS Nightwolf was a wonderful person. Thanks, Ground News. How about another example, because I haven't made it clear enough yet. A recent story about a hostage situation with over 300 articles published. However, maybe you're wondering which article focuses on those being held against their will, or what difference between coverage on the right and left wing is. The
What
right
is
and
he
center
talking
seem to
about?
focus more on the resolution, whereas this left-wing source may imply that it's not quite resolved yet. And residual tension remains. On the page, to the right of the headline, Ground News provides visual breakdowns of political bias, factuality, and ownership, all to help you better understand the news you're consuming. Here you can see 52% of the stories were broken by outlets owned by media conglomerates. Wow, with this information, the potential is endless. Ground News also has a blind spot feed to highlight stories one might miss and lets you follow specific topics for a well-rounded view. Additionally, you can follow specific topics that
Going
interest
down the
you, such
mountain
as
when
arts and
she
entertainment,
comes.
opinion pieces, or international politics. I, the right opinion, hereby enthusiastically endorse Ground News. If you're looking for an established title that can better help you raid the media spectrum, then I can't really think of another brand to name. As long as the immortal jellyfish's heart is beating, I believe in their project and vision. Go to https://ground.news
I'm
/the
farming.
right opinion, scan the QR code, or use the link in the description below
You gonna
to
stay right there?
subscribe and get
I'm
40%
dumb.
off the Vantage plan. Ground News is doing important work. Check them out. It's worth every last British sixpence in circulation right now.
I don't know about all that, Chief.
Let's make it clear. SS
We'll be
Nightwolf was
coming
not the only
around that
controversial
mountain when
person who
she
appeared in
comes.
2017 Rewind. There are a few names there who'd had their fair share of drama. But by now, YouTube should have made it clear they weren't exactly afraid to work with people who'd been
Ooh.
involved in controversies. They were much more concerned with the image that their own content portrayed.
Oh,
And
he's
as long
right
as SS
there.
Nightwolf continued to upload content that was innocuous enough to keep advertisers happy, then that's
I
what
got in
mattered.
trouble.
And in comparison to other commentators at the time who were more vulgar, more outspoken, more rebellious, she was a shoo-in. But if she was going to increase her influence, she couldn't really afford a repeat of the 2017 drama, even if she'd avoided most of the fallout from it. In a way, YouTube's decision to provide Snipewolf with more promotion and platforming was a risk. She had repeatedly proven that she could be quite unpredictable and unreliable, and had a fairly substantial creator rap sheet. But YouTube and SS Snipewolf both have something in common. They were very preoccupied with their image. The underpinning theme in nearly every drama that SS Snipewolf has been involved in is that it often begins with someone challenging her publicly and her scrambling to do something about it. But not being the PR goddess that she needs to be, often ends up doing something stupid and regrettable. She takes down videos critical of her, she insults
I
those
can't
who
believe
challenge
I
her instead
messed
of
up
holding
my
her own.
ult.
She creates a whole narrative
And I
around
still
people
got
lying in
them.
an attempt to discredit those who doubt her authenticity. Whether she eventually stops or apologizes because she feels bad is another question.
He
One
tried
that I
to
don't
ult
think
me.
is
You
too
saw
hard to
that?
answer, but all the same, although she regularly screwed up her public image, everything she did was an effort to preserve it. YouTube were much in the same boat, constantly under pretty valid criticism from creators and outsiders alike. They were scrambling to clean up an apocalyptic level PR disaster, and they didn't want to return to that under any circumstances. It was true, SS Snipe Wolf had a style that YouTube wanted, but would the benefit be worth the cost?
What?
They got work.
These are all cakes? Not the onion!
Well, as she experienced further unprecedented growth, something strange did begin to happen. Sniper Wolf mostly avoided drama.
Well, let's see what kind of female vlogger we have on YouTube. SS
I feel like I had a little beef with everybody on that team.
One of the least controversial YouTubers. You type her name on YouTube, and it's nothing but positivity.
Dude, look at this. We got all the Reggies.
She was ever going to escape people being critical of her, especially given that even at her most inoffensive, she still possessed traits that would.
But they were winning on points.
And her content, although
and then we
popular,
won the
also attracted
Rayquaza.
criticism for its lack of originality. Sure, most people are more than happy to switch her off and just stay out of her way, but her increasing presence made her harder and harder to ignore, especially as someone with levels of drawn influence. In 2018, she was called out.
But it's not like we were trailing by a lot.
Now, she had addressed this prior on Twitter, stating that these photos were never posted by herself, and someone had actually edited them prior, but that clearly wasn't the case.
Just look at these absolute disasters. The few people that I've shown these two photos to, the first thing they say is, why does she look like a cartoon?
Now, this is Snipe Wolf being caught in a very obvious lie, much akin to the censor situation, but instead of taking Twitter and causing massive strides, in fact, she makes the very simple decision to block Nerd City, which, although still some form of acknowledgement, is a vast improvement on previous responses. Not too long after, she posted another photo that was very clearly edited, drawing lots of criticism and, dare I say it, attention, but to be honest,
clearly
edited. Knew what she was doing this time. Finally, SS Snipe Wolf was learning how to respond to drama. It only taken her over 5 years. Of course, the best
Gyarados
in
is
this
too nice.
situation is for Snipe Wolf to not have done it in the first place, but we do have to manage our expectations. Yes, although there are plenty of people who weren't thrilled by her success, she continued
Flex like my champ, huh? Flex like my champ, what's up? Flex like my champ, yo. Flex like my champ, period. Flex like my champ, flex like my champ. Flex like my champ. Flex like my champ.
Where she hops on planes
Flex like
and
my
goes to
champ,
locations that host some of
yo.
the world's wildest
Flex
food
like my
dispensaries.
champ.
No, I'm just fucking with
Flex
you.
like
She
my
reacts to
champ.
photos of them, act surprised, ask why the US doesn't have them, etc. You know the drill.
They put them in a slushy cup and then just pop those bad boys in? This is a little weird, but it is very much a thing. I love how they even sell seasoning with them.
I can't really say there was any reason from YouTube to promote this video in particular. It provides very little unique insight, and although Bit's performance is certainly decent, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary for Sniper Wolf. Other people couldn't see much of a reason either, including Nerd City, who once again criticized YouTube for promoting Sniper Wolf given her abject lack of originality when there were more than enough creators producing high-effort content. Hell, Nerd City himself
There's a bunch of creative people on YouTube. It's a shame kids watch just Sniper Wolf. That's terrible.
To establish the more original and innovative content creator out of these two. One of these people was outspoken in their criticism against YouTube and creators in their videos.
Let's fight together, guys.
And for YouTube, that was a no-brainer. They didn't want civil war. They wanted creators who were going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya no matter what they were wielding behind their smiles. And going into the early 2020s, although SS Snipe Wolf would be subject to continued criticism for alleged public and private conduct, including a situation where she allegedly ghosted a dying child, I mean, is there really anything else to say about that? YouTube only grew more and more comfortable promoting her content over their platforms, regardless of the constant backlash it seemed to generate.
What was he doing?
She may not have been the face that certain individuals wanted to see, but as long as she kept reacting in her signature style and steering clear of generating too much negative press, she was the face that YouTube wanted to see. Nevertheless, although it appeared on the surface that by now she had mostly purged the pettiest side of her, come 2022, a new situation would arise that would test everything she's learned and everything she hadn't. Let's talk about that. Reaction content has had a rocky relationship with the rest of YouTube.
Can you split or roll your tongue? Perform a reverse T? Flip your tongue 180 degrees or make shapes like a spaceship or cloverleaf? These strange manipulations of our most malleable organ are a pretty neat party trick. I'm pretty sure Tony Hawk did them before picking up his first skateboard.
Really?
These all require muscle control and tongue dexterity. Some claim that they're genetic traits, though this is heavily debated.
After it started garnering traction in around the mid-2010s, it began to be called out for the lack of transformative commentary it often provided. Those who were active in those years will probably remember the rather notorious commentator Jinx, who became the subject of iDubbbz's first content cop, a man whose reactions were, to be frank, not the most substantive.
Basically, reaction channels can do anything they want, and people are going to come to see, you know, their personality or their reactions to things.
I really like the subtext there. They're coming to see the personality or the reactions to things. They're not coming to see the video at all. No, that's not even part of the puzzle. If the video
That's not
wasn't
even
there
part
at
of
all,
the puzzle.
everyone would still tune in. That's why my personality channel is just fucking booming. Where I give you my take on politics. Yeah, go check out the Jinx Politics channel.
After this sort of content began to lose steam towards the end of the decade, criticism similarly faded away, and most people moved on. However, come the 2020s, that began to change again, particularly with more attention being drawn towards Twitch streamers, many of whom practiced an approach at least somewhat similar to creators like Jinx, where videos would sometimes play or even be left playing, while said streamers offer very little insight or even go AFK.
Wait, there's no way they go AFK. That's just wild. Oh my god.
Do not post this to YouTube for the lack of react.
This sparked up a new debate on fair use as well, because many of these streamers often use content produced by creators with less of a following, causing concern they may actually be costing said creators views and revenue. Now, fair use is and always will be a prickly topic, and whether something is transformative should always be determined on a case-by-case basis. Nevertheless, although SS Snipewolf wasn't part of this immediate debate, her videos, which had always been subject to some scrutiny, could definitely be encompassed by this criticism. The only reason I think she had mostly avoided this umbrella was because she did often talk a lot in her videos.
Dude, you're the
How much of it was
defender.
actual valuable commentary was debatable.
What the frick? There's just so much wrong with this video. Like, first they poured the juice, and then, oh, looks like we have an uninvited guest. Since you want to be a part of this picnic so bad, dip them in the sauce. I have no words, nothing to say, just shocked.
Yeah. I think it's time we introduce another character to this story, a rather established, long-standing creator by the name of Jax Films.
Woo! Are you kidding? Well, it's official. You're cringe.
Jax Films was a creator who had been popular on the platform for well over a decade, specializing in comedy content with a commentary twist, and general antics that were typically swamped in irony. With his long-running and highly popular
I think I took the wrong move. I should have took the other one.
On the State of YouTube, he often played with commentary tropes and provided narratives on certain creators who he may not have approved of. In 2011, he published a parody video of Ray William Johnson, poking fun at his lack of style and originality, and back in 2015, Jax Films had made a video on Jinx after Jinx reacted to him, and he decided to return the favor, mimicking his style to highlight how truly vapid it was in his mind. And it seems that in 2022, his opinions on these sorts of creators hadn't been swayed, as he appeared to have a new target in his sights.
So I recently stumbled across an entry on Know Your Meme that read, "Sissa Sniper Wolf spends millions on new mansion."
Jax Films had not been a vocal critic
That's
of SS
crazy.
Snipewolf up to this point. He put out a couple tweets over the last year that seemed to show her on his radar, including talking about a mansion tour video and checking the main page of YouTube Kids with a screenshot of her there. But there was no indication that this would amount to anything else until the end of October in that year, when a video appeared on his channel with just SS Snipewolf as the title.
So this at the store want to be petty, right?
How do you deal with a Karen?
So this at the store want to be petty.
Oh, he got time.
Epic, right?
In this short announcements video, he states that after seeing that SS Snipewolf had recently acquired a mansion, that this news had inspired him so much that he felt he had to start up a channel of his own, linking it in the description. This channel is called Jax Films, some niche reference I'm sure, and it was soon to comprise of Jack providing reactions to uploads in the style of SS Snipewolf, but with a twist. The videos that he was reacting to were all SS Snipewolfs.
This is easier to make than you think.
Yeah, see, Sister Sniper Wolf and I were on the same page here. Mayhaps the uploader was jesting with us. Perhaps they were pulling our chains. Mayhaps 'twas all a joke. 'Twas all a dream.
The first video was uploaded on the same day as his main channel announcement, and daily
wow, they got cooked.
After. The point of these videos was pretty clear. The SS Snipewolf's commentary was so hollow and empty that it basically offered nothing additional to the original content.
Oh, we're gonna see it twice. I like that, so we can really absorb the chaos of this TikTok.
It was a bold decision by Jack, given SS Snipewolf's history of DMCAing people, but he'd also positioned himself quite well, because if she did do that, she would just be proving his point. The bait had been set, and I think many were expecting Leah to bite, given her reputation. But she didn't. And after the first couple of weeks of Jax Films, the channel began to turn its focus away from SS Snipewolf and just parody the general notion of reaction content.
Okay, so clearly they dropped this from some... Yeah, you can tell they dropped it, like, from here. Because, like, it floats a little bit before it
God
comes
damn
down,
it.
so
That's that cursed Bengal damage, bro. I can fight Gujar.
What? Maybe they cut out some stuff in the background. Like clone stamp something. Because, I don't know, I feel like... Look at the leaves up here. They don't move at all. So I feel like maybe there's someone there.
Reacting to Jack to the.
Now they knew a lot of tea. You know what? I don't know how they did it.
Not too soon
I don't
after,
know how they
Twitter
did
Jack
it.
Films fell inactive, as it seems that Jack's dreams to purchase his own mansion with the reaction money were not going to be realized, and that it was ultimately a fruitless venture. SS Sniper will continue to upload reaction videos on her channel, seemingly unfazed by the criticism being implied through this content. And for creators like Jack, I can imagine such content was quite soul-destroying to do on a daily basis. As reimbursement for his work, he received a silver play button from YouTube, alongside a jovial congratulations from them on Twitter. As a funny little bit though, although it hadn't ascended to the heights that he may have hoped for, it provided its entertainment to his fans and commentary on a topic that many likely appreciated. And everyone went their separate ways. Oh wait, that's not how it went at all. Okay, look, practically everything I said there was true. Jack's Films left the channel fall inactive after a few posts, and it was seldom acknowledged by anyone throughout most of 2023.
I can't let them just do whatever they want.
I'm pretty sure that most people had moved on. However, in June of that
They
year,
thought they were
YouTube
just
again
gonna do
provided
whatever they
interviews
want
with
on me. I
their
couldn't let
faves,
them do
quoting
that.
her from a VidCon panel that she was hosting over the weekend, stating how she had acquired many of her video ideas from her
I was
fans.
like, you know what?
Jack Films, seeing
Fine.
the
You
irony
all
in
want to
this
just
quote,
do whatever
decided to
y'all
repost
want?
it with very
Fine.
little further commentary, even if the implications were clear. This honestly is probably one of the most inoffensive tweets on the matter, but in spite of this, a few days later,
I swear to God.
decided that actually this was the straw that broke the camel's back, sarcastically tweeting that she would
If
have
he
to serve
took that
time
out of
on
his
Jack
soul,
Films'
upset he.
commission because he takes all his ideas from her. This tweet generated a significant amount of backlash, and Leah turns to a variety of fallacies in an attempt to defend her content, including claiming other people do it, that Jack's Films isn't funny, and that the only thing amusing is that hairline. Nevertheless, the most common response that SS Sniper would repeat to Jack's Films was that if his channel was really funny or effective in that what it was trying to do, then it would be reflected in the views. Views that SS Sniper has a proven track record of achieving. It's quite the gauntlet to lay down to a creator publicly critical of her, but would Jack put his money where his mouth was? Yes. Posting a video to his main channel to advertise it once more, but this time with a more serious tone while promoting his little side project.
So why am I going after Sniper Wolf in particular? After all, she's hardly the only person stealing other people's content and reaping all the benefits. Seeing YouTube and VidCon boost this kind of activity is so disheartening. It sends a terrible message to creators, and that is, don't create, steal. Why make content when you can curate it? I'm just gonna say it. This sucks. This absolutely sucks. Both the thing itself and YouTube's promotion of it. So now what? Where do we go from here? I've said my piece, but will anything actually change? Probably not. Which is why I'm not done.
In late July, the channel began uploading again, this time with a slightly different approach to the analysis of SS Sniper's content. Here, Jack's Films drops the burlesque act and instead takes a more traditional commentary approach towards Sniper's content, going live on Twitch and reacting to the videos in real time.
Oh, I could have murked him, bro. Almost murked
Here,
him.
he's still using a lot of the sarcasm and irony, but now has a much thinner veil for his true feelings on a commentary, and regularly being completely plain-spoken in his analysis of what he felt were beyond subpar videos.
Stop! God damn it! Stop! Oh my god. She's just screaming what everyone else says.
Yeah.
And then gets, hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue monthly for it. Quite literally.
It's clear that Jack's Films felt he had unfinished business with Sniper Wolf and plenty more to
I
add to the
scored
conversation,
260, bro.
regularly turning his reaction
Oh, I
streams into
tied for
content
MVP.
bingo, providing an interactive experience for viewers. It was a bold direction to take the channel given SS Sniper's nature and YouTube's much more stringent approach to creator-on-creator harassment, a policy that claimed Leafy as his channel a few years back. YouTube had also made it no secret how fond they were of Sniper Wolf and her content, literally uploading a tweet barely a month before he rebooted the channel, branding Leah as the creator of our dreams, which
I'm a little
explains a
tired.
lot.
I
Nevertheless,
think
Jack's Films
tomorrow,
continued undeterred, and with the whole chat engaging with his content, filled with vigilant
after I come
audience
back from the
members pointing out
library,
a
I'm
variety
probably
of
gonna
Leah's
start
faux
my
pas, his
adventure
criticisms and
in
observations only
Holy.
became more unsparing over
I
the
kind of want
next
to play
few months, as he
Pokemon
regularly
Go.
appeared to evidence
Excuse
Sniper
me.
engaging in various forms of content theft
I
and
don't know
plagiarism.
yet.
He would also occasionally upload update videos
I'm
on
gonna
his
take a
main
break.
channel, drawing attention to this movement against the content SS Sniper was uploading, and SS Sniper